Hi everybody, Jeff Dunham and Crankenstein here.
The monster.
What?
I'm the monster. Crankenstein was the doctor. You are Crankenstein.
Oh, I'm Dr. Crankenstein. I never thought about it like that. I made you a monster.
Not really.
No?
No, I blame my wife.
I understand.
Yeah, before I was married, I was really quite agreeable.
I get it.
And based on how you helped me get dressed today, I can only assume this is the behind the scenes for your 2012 Halloween special.
Yes, Minding the Monsters.
Where you brag about making me into a monster. Isn't something missing?
Yeah, for your transformation to be complete, I had to, well, flatten your head.
I hate that thing. Wouldn't a belt sander have been a little bit easier? That thing is stupid.
You know, I think the fans like seeing how we do a lot of this stuff. In this video, we see how I made your Crankenstein headpiece.
Whatever, just get it over with.
Oh, all right, here we go.
Ow, go, get it straight.
Yeah, there we go.
Ow. And I thought I hated Christmas.
Here's the video.
Shut up.
Hi and welcome to my workshop. I want to show you today how Frankenstein Walter came along, or Crankenstein, whatever you want to call him. It's about a month before we actually shoot the monster special, and Crankenstein does not exist right now, so I have to make the Frankenstein head of Walter. And there are a few things that I use for inspiration, and one is, well, I'll show you a couple things. Come on over here. Look at this. For example, here is a really cool bust of Frankenstein that was made by artist Mike Hill. Unbelievable. I mean, this thing, you can't get any more realistic than that. It is too freaking cool. I use things like that. I even use Halloween masks. This is a Ben Cooper mask from when I was a kid. There's a little inspiration in that as well. Even a couple of bobbleheads like this. So there's a good face right there on Frank. And what I ended up with after I sculpted was this. And this doesn't look like much, and it's not finished yet, but it's pretty darn close. I still have a little bit of the detail work to do in the folds in the forehead and all that, and I got to finish up the scar and just make it look right. It doesn't look like much right now. But until you take a Walter head, this is not the real Walter, by the way. This is a just a copper of Walter. It's not finished yet. But there's a Walter. He's already been painted. So there's the head sitting right there, but he doesn't have eyebrows, but that's good it doesn't have eyebrows because the eyebrows get covered when you take this piece and you put it right there like that. And now he's becoming Crankenstein. So it's a few hours later, and I've calmed some of the lines down a little bit on the forehead, smoothed them out, and that's getting pretty close right there. Okay, so now what we're doing is I have my three-dimensional scanner here. I have the Crankenstein head piece upside down on the turntable, and it's scanning that, and then it takes the data that it gets from there and transfers it over here to the computer, and it sews all those pieces together, and eventually you get a full 360-degree scan. Okay, after one quick scan, what we have now is a 360-degree view of the headpiece. You can see that the computer got all the sides, just basically just the sides. So what we have to do now is I'll take the model and I will turn it like this, and then do another 360-degree view, and it'll do all the pieces that aren't included in this, the top and the bottom. Alright, although we might be getting a little technical here, I think this is interesting. We have two scans on the screen here. The first one is the first one that I did, and that was the scan that was just round and round, and we're missing the top and the bottom. The next scan over here is the one where I turned it sideways, turned it 90 degrees, and I got the top and the bottom, and I'm missing the sides. As you can see right there, there's a hole all the way through there. So now what you do is you have to align these scans. We want to put these two scans together. What you want to do is you want to find two common points in these scans. Well, I think we can take this red dot, and I think I can put it right down here in the middle of this little dent. Well, then you come over here and you want to place the red dot in the exact same place on this particular model. And that dot is this same dot right here. Now I'll go through and I'll do the exact same thing with a yellow dot and a blue dot, and so now you have 3 points on each scan that are lined up, and then you click go and the thing will merge those two scans together based on the triangulation of those 3 dots. Okay, so now I've aligned the 3 pins, and we will hit the button align and see what happens. Processing, model aligned. So now we have a model that is almost flawless. And there you have it, the entire Crankenstein skull for Walter in beautiful 3D. Hi again. Now we're at the warehouse and we're working on the computer here, and over here is the 3D printer, and this is where the Crankenstein head's going to be made, right in here in this little compartment, and it's like a giant printer, and the ink is PVC plastic instead of ink. So there's the printer, and now we'll come over here and see what the computer's doing. It took the file from the 3D scanner, and now it's processing it and figuring out how to build the thing. And the red is the actual material, the PVC plastic, and the blue stuff is the support material. You see, it's got a little bed of it down here, so it builds a layer of support material to hold the thing in place on that platform inside there, and then it starts building the entire head like that. Okay, I just hit print on this thing, so we'll walk over to the printer. And as you can see right there, it says start model. So I will push the button that says start model. Now to build this entire thing, to build that Crankenstein part, 22 hours with this thing working constantly. Okay, here I am 22 hours later, and sure enough, this thing is finished. So take a look inside here. Light goes on, and there it is. Way cool. So that's the head. So there it is right there, and like I said, this is kind of like an ice, breaking ice out of an ice cube tray. You just kind of turn it, and it cracks. That's the support material cracking off of there. And this thing will come off like that. So there's all the support material. That was all the stuff that was just holding up from the inside. And you see on the inside here, there's still more support material. But basically, this is the skull cap. So what I'll do is I'll crack all of this stuff off of here, and there it is with all the support material gone, ready to be sanded and painted and put on Walter's head. Okay, so now what I've done is there's Walter, and what I've taken taken this and I put a little felt inside here, and then I've added 2 earth magnets right there, along with 2 earth magnets in the back of Walter's head. Drilled a couple holes and glued those in there. So now what'll happen is when I take this, and by the way, what this is for is it's not for the actual taping of the monster special. I have to practice this on stage, and I'm not doing, when I do regular show, I don't want to do all monster stuff for a regular audience 8 months before Halloween. So Walter's gonna have to turn into Frankenstein on stage. So that's why I have this. So in the middle of the act, when it's time to do the monster material, I will take this piece out and then just plop it on Walter's head. And those magnets keep it in place in the back there. So now I have to paint. Right?
Do you know how much I actually hate you? Shut up.
I rarely laugh at my own stuff out loud, but when I finished this made me laugh out loud. I mean, here's Walter's head, and here is the finished head for Crankenstein, and as you see, I put the hair on it, and this to me is just pretty darn funny. So there it is. And there you go. And with that hair in there, that's pretty darn funny. I think what I'm going to do is have him be black and white, because I think the joke's going to be when Walter was a kid, that's what Frankenstein was. He was black and white. To go by, I'm going to use this right here. This is Talkie Tina from Twilight Zone episode.
My name is Talkie Tina, and I love you very much.
Aw, wait. Does she love me?
My name is Talkie Tina, and I'm going to kill you.
That wasn't me, that was the actual doll. I'm a grown man at 10 at night with a talking doll in my workshop.
My name is Talkie Tina, and you'll be sorry.
Now I need to paint him black and white, so I'll be ready for the special.
Well, there's another one I hated.
If you like the videos, want to see more, click right here.
Yeah, and if you really want to torture yourself, you want to subscribe when a new video comes out, where do they click?
Right there.
Right there. Good luck with that.